Right, my friends, it appears we are live on Das YouTube. So hope everybody is safe and well, if I can speak. So basically a very busy day in Farming Simulator land today. We had the patch 1.7. We had an update to the Kubota DLC. We had an update to the Antonio Carrero DLC, even though no one uses the bloody DLC. And obviously, it is now Tuesday, so Giants have now released the Aero Grapeliner DLC and the Vermeer DLC. So a lot has been happening today in terms of Farming Simulator land, and I have everything installed, updated, patched, and basically we're going to, we're going to take a look at the new stuff, hopefully. So I gotta tell you, my friends, throughout the day today, I've been having a bit of I suffer from vertigo, and so you get dizzy spells and you just don't feel right. So yeah, I'm currently having kind of a bit of a vertigo episode. I was hoping maybe the live stream here would kind of take my mind off of it, but if it becomes too intense, my friends, I do apologize in advance. I may have to end the stream early, depending on how I feel. But yeah, so we'll look at the new stuff. I'm going to give you a little bit of a brief kind of exclusive kind of preview here of the version 1.2 of the John Deere Land 710. As you can see here, my friends, we have a new bale grab installed with the John Deere logo. So this is it's version 1.2. We have sounds associated with the opening and closing of the that's it's a bale grab. It was originally a base game mod in FS19. It's one of the the stone bale grab, and we've with my game steam, he's converted it to 22. Put the John Deere logo on the side. Added, updated it to all the FS22 standards, the sound schemes and everything like that, So, it's still kind of beta. No errors or anything, but, it's still kind of beta. New beacon light added on here. Okay. We have brand new US warning sign flashers on the extremity. Underneath, so you can kind of see it there. And we have all sorts of various colors, the yellow and the white and red and orange in the back. So that's kind of a now we've added a lot more than that to the mod, but as I said, it's still a work in progress in the beta. So I'm not going to go further than that in terms of showing off the mod and the new 1.2 update, but it's going to be fairly substantial. It's going to be a while before it comes out, but yeah, we are working on version 1.2. So right, I guess we'll get into the DLC. So I want to point this out. I want to show you guys this. This is the new. So this came with patch 1.7, content update 4, I guess. This is the amazing and stunning and just beautifully detailed and modeled Class 4900 Business, which is a 15-meter windrower. And the level of quality on this thing is absolutely astonishing. It is so highly detailed, it's just unbelievable. You will not believe the kind of the level of detail in this thing. It's just incredible. Even the folding and unfolding animation, the sounds in it and how it unfolds is just fantastic. Just fantastic stuff. So this is the updated. So this was also updated today. This the Xerion 5000. I think this is what they call the 25-year anniversary. It's basically just got a bit of a livery change. So see the white part here, and kind of the top here as well as white. You know, they just kind of. Has it got the 25th anniversary? I mean, something on there, and but yeah, it's just a kind of a I guess a cosmetic change. You know, the actual tractor itself is just the same. It's just a slightly modified skin. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to go over that too much, but I do want to take a look at the liner here. It is one of the most detailed. So, you know, Giants or Class would have given Giants the CAD files, the 3D CAD files for the liner 4900. And obviously they would have created a 3D model based on that. But just the level of detail on this thing. It's just incredible. Look at all the detail even underneath here. Watch this. This junction box. And you have all the cablings and everything. Look at the amount of cables on this thing, look. And you can even see cables goes inside, look inside and outside, see that? And all the way along. And then all of the detail in terms of look at all the metal work and all the hydraulics and everything. It's an amazing level of detail. You have to give Giants full credit for to be able to do this stuff, you know. Look at all that stuff, look. Every little piece of this thing is just accurately modeled. So see these pieces here? See that these black pieces here? These hold the tines. So I'm looking here. I want to see how many tines it holds. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it should hold 12 tines. What are the tines? These are tines. These pieces here. So these come off. They're actually collapsible in real life. So if you were to hit a stone or something, these would snap off. You know, for safety reasons. And basically, you know, you just replace them. You know, I think they're somewhat cheap enough. You know what I mean? That they can either be repaired or just swapped out. But and this thing then has just a load of lights in it as well. So it's got lights. It's got 6 sets of lights. 2 here. It's got 2 here and then 2 at the bottom. And then it's got more lights than here. Look, it's got the lights over here as well. So just the sheer level of detail of this thing is absolutely amazing. See all the cabling and wiring and everything on that. And they don't just model it's all modeled underneath as well. Excuse me. So here's another one of these junction boxes here, look. So the PTO goes in here, it splits off into kind of a I guess kind of a triangle shape or something. Yeah, you can kind of see it there, look. So she goes in there, and then she splits off into 2. But yeah, you know, Giants don't, you know, they don't just model. You know, they model every little square millimeter, top and bottom. It's just a fantastic level of detail. So yeah, this is a 15-meter wind rower. As far as I'm aware, this is the largest piece of equipment in the game now, in terms of wind roars at least. If I can find the damn thing. Move that out of the way. So yeah, these are base game. So this is the new one. So with the largest, so that was 14.7. That's pretty close. 14.7 and 9 mph. But this is 6 ton, 15 meter, 9 mph, and 115 horsepower. So it's, you know, 0.3 meter wider, I guess. And this is adjustable as well. So you can actually move the, you know, the arms in and out. So I think it goes from 12.5 to 15 meter. No, I know Giants have just listed 15. That's the maximum width. But you can actually reduce it to 12.5. I love the wheels. They have this really chunky wheels on this new mower. So we have Michelin, BKT, Bridgestone. So just 3 wheel types, and these are wide tires. and you have your license plate. So very, very limited in terms of options. You know, there's not much there. But and they're high flotation wheels. So I've got some fields prepared for Vermeer Dlc. We will be looking at it, but we're going to have to do a little bit of windrowing anyways. So I'm very, very happy that Giants have finally included a class windrower in the game, because you know we didn't have one. We've got a couple of modded versions, obviously. One is on the mod hub. Then there's a class liner 2700. That's out there as well, which is not a beautiful mod. But yeah, this is a spectacular piece of equipment here. So the Xerion here is obviously highly overpowered for this type of job. You wouldn't need a 530 horsepower tractor of this size for this kind of job, but you know, we got it anyways. So I guess I'll show you the adjustability, so you can actually let's see here, get it right. So yeah, you can move it in and out. Okay, and then on the opposite side, then you can move it in and out, so it's adjustable. So we'll do a little bit of swatting. Nice sounds as well, nice swatting sounds. So we're going to have to just do some windrowing anyways, because you know we're going to be using the Vermeer Dlc. So yeah, I've got these. I've got two fields prepared. So we've got grass and we've got straw. We're going to do some tedding as well. I have a nice tedder to show you guys. Showed it off before, but we'll, with the new class windrower here, it kind of makes sense to use it. So I hope in content patch number 5, which will probably be in for the Platinum DLC, I'm hoping that Giants will bring out a tedder, a class tedder. Specifically, I'm hoping they'll bring out the class Volta 1300T. But that's a you know, the kind of the model that they sell at the moment, class, and that's a 13-meter tedder. It's a beautiful piece of kit. But I've got a mod I'm going to show you guys. If you're into class tedders, I do have something to show you. Now I have showed it before, but I think it makes sense now to bring it back, as it were, and show you guys the what I have. So 9 mph. Is it anything special compared to other windrowers? Not really. As I said, it is the first official class windrower that we have had in Farming Simulator. So when Giants put out the Platinum DLC in FS19 for the class Platinum DLC or whatever it was, they had no tedder or windrower, and I was very, very surprised at that. I've actually posted on the Giants forum a few times about that. Why would they leave such an important piece of equipment from the class equipment lineup, such as their tedder and windrower? But thankfully, finally, we have the we're starting to introduce that equipment now, and yeah, hopefully the next piece of equipment we get from Giants is the class tedder. Yeah, 15 meters is no slouch. She's only 115 horsepower, which isn't bad. Most medium-sized tractors have 115 horses. So we'll just finish off this bit over here, and we'll take a look at the Vermeer DLC next. I will just fold that up there. So I want to show you the animation here at the bottom. Look, that goes up, and then the wheels. Look, isn't that awesome? So what I'd like to, I have ideas. I have a lot of ideas to modify this class wind rower. I think we, you know, my games team and I, we could do a lot with this particular piece of equipment. You know, I have ideas for this thing. I'm not going to discuss them now, but I have a lot of ideas for it. So the Vermeer DLC, right? Let's get on to that. Okay. You know, actually, you know what? So Kubota was updated as well. The Kubota DLC. I'm going to get myself the big boy. So one of the things that they changed was the warning signs now are no longer on this by default. Look, so you can actually select that. But I'm going to go for the M8 here. So I do wish that they had a twin narrow wheel option on this one, but I'm just going to get that one, right? I wish they had twin narrows. So we have a 3-point. 400 kilogram front weight. We'll just go with that. Look, we don't need a 3-point for what we're doing. We don't need a front attacher either. So we'll get the maximum. So that's the 200 horses. So yeah, they did make. So I don't have the change log to hand, but they did make changes to the Kubota. They said they improved the sounds of the tractor. That's what they said. That was one of the things they said. There was other changes as well. So Vermeer, right? Let's get into it. So we have the Vermeer DLC here. Okay. So we'll start with the baler, right? The round baler, right? So obviously one option, you can put the license plate on it. So just on the back. Okay. Option, obviously. So there are no options on this thing, right? Which is a little bit of a pity. I mean, how hard could it have been for them to put some wheel options? But these are specialized wheels, to be fair. These are not base game wheels. So they've created these wheels specifically. So they must be specifically tailored wheels to this particular piece of equipment. So 3.9 ton, 100 horsepower, 10 mph working speed. And you can make bales from 125 to 180, and she's 58,500 or 56,500. Let's take a look at the base game balers and see what the price comparison is. So that's 22. So that's 48,000 for that one. That's 57. 56. So it's quite expensive. You know, you could get this baler for a lot cheaper, and it does the same bloody thing. Now, no, to be fair, it is different. This is only 100. You know what? Actually, I've tested this. So it says only 125 centimeter. Watch what happens when I rent it. Okay, watch this. So don't be fooled by the shop options, because as far as I know, this does 180 as well. So the bale counter script is installed with all the base game balers, right? See that? Look, this bale, it's not. So if you have the Vermeer DLC, right, it has the bale counter script installed in base game, but it applies to all the baling equipment. So yeah, I'm not getting so yeah, there is no option for 180 or 150 centimeter bales, so I was wrong. There is a difference, so that's a bit of a. Yeah, I thought this did 180s. Clearly it doesn't. So we're going to get rid of that one. So that is kind of out. So what about, what's the next one then? So that one, so you can have this one here. And that's a little bit more expensive actually, that because that's 57,500, but she does 125 to 180. So yeah, that's actually kind of a good deal when you think about it. Considering that it does do different build types and build sizes. So yeah, here's your Vermeer DCF pickup. So these wheels are unique to the piece of equipment. They're not base game wheels or anything. So Giants would have modeled these themselves based on, you know, the real world thing. So let me take a look. So you have this little chute here that comes out. Bale pusher, I guess they call that. So, you know, it's not the prettiest piece of equipment. You know, it's very kind of boxy, I guess. You know, I like the fact that they have a see the this PTO cover here is green. I like that. It's a little different than the normal kind of ones which are black, like this one here. I think they call this like a boot or something like that. It's a protection thing. So you have all the cabling here. You have something there. You have a gauge. Would be nice if this actually worked and was animated. So there's some kind of a gauge here. You have your fire extinguisher. All your labeling, of course. Interior, you have all the belts. Apparently the belt pattern is randomized. So see this white piece here? So these are all the belts. These are all apparently all randomized. So the pattern doesn't kind of repeat. So you can actually see internally as well. So yeah, you know, the 3D model, you know, the real world baler isn't the most detailed or prettiest, you know. It's kind of a, I don't know, it feels like an old piece of equipment, I have to admit. So she hooks up all your hydraulic connectors. There's at least 4 of them. So you have your bale counter. So they have a sound scheme for the various options here. So yeah, now we're getting the, you can change the 150, 180. We're gonna get, I guess we're gonna make 180s. We'll do different sizes, I guess. I guess what we'll do is we'll do some straw with the 125. Just gonna switch things up. No, I did. I was watching people over the weekend, you know, streaming this because people got preview copies. So that's what I was talking about with this kind of the belts moving. Look, the pattern, it feels like it's kind of a different randomized. You know? So she's going about 11 mph. I don't know if that's standard or not. So I'm going to turn on automatic drop. So she builds up fairly quickly. So 4,000 liters. What's it? So she would kick out the bale, look, so the little bale pusher pushes her forward, look. So I'm going to get a 150 now. So we'll get one of each. We'll get a 125, 150, and 180. So the little bail kicks out, look, pushes the bail forward to make sure that it doesn't, you know, get caught or stuck in the animation of the chute going back down. So let's see how big the bail is. The 180 centimeters. Over 10,000 liters now. There we go. 11,000 liters. She pushes her forward a little bit. So that's kind of the straw. So you can kind of zoom in and go internally. So these are the belts. As you can see, they're animated, they're moving. An opportunity. You can even see the PTO spinning, look. See that? Never looked at the lights actually. Take a look at the lights on this thing. So yeah, that's what your lights look like. I don't know if there's any lights on the front. I don't believe so. See your pickup head at the bottom here. A little piece over here as well. That I saw. So yeah, there's another thing over here. Can't quite see it. Yeah, there's some kind of a screw. See, there's some kind of screw in there. Let's see that. Look. Yeah, that's kind of your thing here, and everything works in it. Expect. Good opportunity, so I need to move the bales off the field. Good opportunity to we're gonna yeah. So you're gonna need a you're going to need a front weight for this, because this is a very, very small tractor, and you know, it's not very it's not very safe without a front weight, basically, or rear weight. Yeah, I would highly recommend when using the bale grab to put a rear weight on the back. All together. Textures load in here. So you know, you need that balance on the back. The weight on the back to be able to move these large bales. This little tractor, it's just not able for it. It doesn't have the mass or the center of mass to be able to you know, move these large bales. big boy now, the 180. So yeah, moving large bales like this, I would advise you to keep the front loader as close to the ground as possible. Well, you'll be in trouble otherwise. Just take it handy, moving the bales around, and you should be fine. So you can kind of see the size difference there between the 125 and the 180. Yeah, it kind of gives you an idea, look. It's kind of, you know, the size difference between each of the bale type. Can I do this in cab? Are my skills sufficient for it? Frame rate there. Let those textures load in. There you go. Yeah, it's not bad. That actually looks like a different size as well. You know. So what is this? This is 5,000 liters. 11,000. 7,500. 5,000. So, there you go. That's that. So what's next? I guess we could show off the next piece of equipment in the Vermeer Dlc. I'm sure most people want to see the self-propelled baler. So we'll do a little bit more work with this one here, but let's take a look at this one. So this is a self-propelled baler. Okay, the Vermeer ZR5 1200, 200 horsepower, variable CVT, 333 liters of diesel, 33 liters of DEF or AdBlue, 29 mph working speed or 48 kilometers per hour, 4,000 liters, 8.9 ton, 11 mph, bale size of 125 to 180 centimeters. Rim color, we have standard, we have yellow. But if you notice, my friends, look at look at standard. Okay, now that there's a problem, there's a bug there, right? Look at standard, right? Yellow. But look what happens to the back wheels. They're not bloody yellow. What the frick, joints? So it changes the rims and it changes the hubs, yellow. But look at the back tires, look. Or the back rims. They're still bloody yellow. What a bunch of dumbos. How could they screw that up? Ugh. So options, we get Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, Bridgestone, Nokian. So it's a good selection of tires. Standard, wides, standard and wides. So basically just all the Midas are already wide. Redstein. I'm gonna go up to Midas because they're already wide, and you can put the license plate on this thing. Huh? So it's quite expensive, 214,000 base price. And here is your self-propelled baler, which is a first for Farming Simulator. There was a mod from FS19 where someone tried to create a self-propelled baler, but it was a broken, bloody mess. It was an absolute joke of a thing. But yeah, so we kind of finally have it now in Farming Simulator. So there should be a lot of detail on this particular mod, you know. Apparently this particular piece of equipment has some interesting driving characteristics. I've seen some YouTubers and Twitch streamers kind of talk about it, how it actually drives and that type of thing. It's got some kind of, I don't know if they're quirks, but it behaves a little differently than what you might be used to or expect. You can kind of get in there, you can see all the hosing and the internals of this thing. So once again, we have obviously the US warning sign. We have this bale kick out thingy at the bottom. You can see all of the pneumatics and tubing inside here, look. Lots and lots of detail on this thing. Fire extinguisher, as one would expect. This piece here. At the top. So you can kind of see inside here, we have your belt area here. There's something there. I don't know where's the tank in this thing. Oh, here's the tank here. There's something else up here. There's like a metal cap here. So you're going to be doing something with that there. See that? And then you have the in cab as well. So you can kind of see the lights there on the back. I would have thought the reflectors on the back would come on as well. Lights in the front. Left and right. Well, that's what I would expect. Turn on the lights. So the license plate is illuminated. 3 stages of lights. Pretty standard stuff. Beacon lights. So these are only reflectors. So I thought they would be lights, but they're not. They're just reflectors. In the back here. So it does have a reverse beep sound, but no reverse light. It's fairly speedy at 29 mph is not bad. Very fast, actually, very fast. Interesting, she slows down when you turn. So if I try to make a hard turn right, she really slows down. Independent suspension on the front. That looks really slow down if you try to turn hard. So this thing is basically 30 mph. Cab. Let those textures load in. Good brake force on this thing. Body seat. animated joystick. The seat is fully articulated or suspended, left, right, up and down. Key is animated, so the key turns when you so where's the exhaust? So the exhaust is there. So there's a nice puff of black. See that? I like that. Watch this. So when you turn on the engine, there's a puff of black smoke. Look. That's awesome. Very nice. I like that. Yeah, animated key screen comes on, obviously. You have a second screen up here that comes on. You have your air conditioning, your radio, probably your environmental controls up here. Don't see any safety hammer. Thought there might have been a safety hammer in this thing. Very quiet in cab. Whoa, 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 whoa. So I had to refresh my bloody my chat screen because well, basically my chat screen is dead. Not displaying anything, so I do apologize to anyone if anyone had been sending messages in the last 20 or 30 minutes. I hadn't seen them because, well, my bloody chat screen had frozen. We're gonna see how bad my driving is. Get out here, can I? Oh, there we go. There's quality driving right there, my friends. That is quality driving. Right, so we have this field over here, obviously, with straw. So, put some straw. Interesting driving physics, I have to say. Interesting driving physics. So we have the bail counter, right? So we're going to do 125s, so get the small ones, because I want to get up I want to see this bail counter in action. So do we lower the pickup? We do. So there should be sounds associated with that. And there is. Okay. Can you hire an AI worker? No, you can't. Okay, so it's manual only. No, well, I need to turn on automatic drop. So why you wanted oh, it's a little bit, you know the cruise control. There's a little bit of weirdness. Other people have mentioned this about the cruise control, that it doesn't it disables itself. So if I deactivate here, so yeah, there's some kind of weirdness with the cruise control on this thing. And it'll push the bail away. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to stop anymore. I just want to see what happens when if I just keep, continuously drive. And, because you're going to miss some stuff on the ground here. But so what you can do is you can just go back over it again, I guess. No, does it have enough power to push that bail? No, see, you're screwed. See that? Look. So in trouble if you try and do something like that. So yeah, 11 mph working speed. It's basically a 0 turn more in this thing, look. You can turn on a dime in this thing. So you know what? My recommendation for this particular piece of equipment here is to turn off automatic drop. That's my recommendation. So you'll just do the unloading manually yourself. And obviously so yeah, it's got very, very nice maneuverability because this is 0 turn essentially. See how sharply she can turn there. So yeah, this is out now for at least on the Giant's website it is. I can't speak to console or anything. So the price for this particular DLC is $7.99. But you know, it's kind of expensive in my opinion, you know? Especially considering what you're getting, you know. I would prefer it if it was like a $10 DLC and with more equipment, because you know, Vermeer do have other stuff. They have a tether or you know, something like that. So they do have other equipment that you could potentially bring into the game. So I'm driving like a lunatic, I know, but I want to test out the maneuverability of this thing. It's not that I'm a bad driver. I can assure you I'm an excellent driver. See how she handles these big piles here as well. Right, let's go and do some grass. So I've got some stuff here prepared, look. So now we'll switch things up. So I've got 7 bales. Look, it shows you how many bales that I've done. It says 7. So now let's change it to 180. Get larger bales out of this. And we'll do some hay as well. So yeah, very, very. You know, if you have a you know, the ends, you know, the headlands of fields, or if you have a field that has very kind of, you know, close to trees, or you know, tight corners and that type of thing, this 0 turn piece of equipment is very, very nice. It's going to, you know, the maneuverability of it is going to help in, you know, tight confined spaces and fields of that nature. It has a unique sound when it opens and closes the rear hatch here as well. It would be nice if the display on the back here showed, you know, or display internally showed the number of bales. You know, say on the display there, but it doesn't seem to do that. Yeah, I definitely recommend you turn off automatic bale drop. Just do it manually yourself. So 200 horsepower should be plenty. I also hear from the grapevine that the pickup head on this thing isn't the widest. So we'll change it to do a 150 bale next. Sounds there. So the reason I say turn off automatic drop is obviously when you're full you're no longer picking up the grass, and so if you do it manually yourself you can kind of go to the side, unload your bale and then get back on the line, you know. That's what it looks like with all the bashers and everything. Okay. So yeah, we got patch 1.7 installed. There wasn't much in that patch, to be honest. I thought there would be more than that, but there wasn't. So I have the dirt on fast, so we can see the kind of the dirt now on this thing. So I guess now we'll go to 125, which is a standard size. Quite a bit of grass here, as you can see, so got plenty of opportunities to make bales. guess what I want to see now is, will this work on a worker? No, it won't. Look. So even though, you know, it's not swatted, you know, it will not hire a worker. Look. It's disappointing. That's kind of the Vermeer self-propelled baler. So we'll do a little bit more work with it, but you can see the dirt and the you know, starting to come in here as I use it. Next up, we're going to do some tedding, and we are going to use, my friends, the Class Volta 1320T, which is a mod by My Game Steam. This is a well, it's a class tether, originating in FS19, ported to 22. 2.6 tons, 75 horsepower, 13 meters working width, 11 mph. Lots of options, options up the wazoo in this thing. We have Trelleborg, Mitas, Nokian, Continental, Redstein. So we have standard. Did we do it the way they? Just standard tires, basically. So we're going to go with the Trelleborg. No, let's go with the Redstein. So we have beacon light options. So we can change the beacon light design. This is a beacon light, obviously, there. Beacon 2, beacon 3. LED clear, LED beacon clear, or LED beacon orange. We're going to go up the clear one. Speed sign, we can put speed sign on the back. 40 mph. Spare wheels, you can put spare wheels on this, which is there. So there's a spare wheel that goes on that there. And then you have your colors, which are kind of, you can change the colors here. You can change the color of the PTO, for example, from yellow to black. As you can see there, look. So you have rim color, PTO color, wheel hubs, wheel chokes, you know, so it's quite a few options on this thing. 28,000 base price. Let us use our Xerion, the big boy. You know what? Let's use the Kubota. Let us use the Kubota. It's got a US config on it already with the warning signs. So yeah, this is a My Game Steam version. So this is not an official Giant server class mod. This is done by, you know, a modder. But I think he's done a very, very nice job with this mod. So hopefully, you know, we'll get an official kind of class tether eventually from Giants. But this is kind of what My Game Steam has put together and created here. A lot of detail in this thing. No error in the log. Works absolutely fine. I'm very happy with the quality of the work. Oh, I just drove away without attaching. It's not good, my friends. Not. Oh, shite. So I've moved that bloody attacher now, look. Swung it around. There we go. So yeah, it's got holes as well. So yeah, 13 meters this thing. So we've updated the mod with the FS22 sound scheme, so I'll let you hear that now. That's it there, look. So that's that. You put it down. So watch the animation of the front wheel here, look. So what happens is, look, when you fold it. So it should go down. That cool? Then it should fall back up again. Left. Oh dear. High price harvest grape. Thanks. Harvest grape. We do have the Aero Grapeliner installed. I'll just let you know, my friend, it is English only. How are you? How are things? Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, we do have the Aero Grapeliner installed. We'll take a look at it, but I don't have any grapes because this is the Elm Creek map, so there's no grapes kind of placed down or anything. So yeah, this is a 13-meter tether. And it's got all of the FS22 kind of animations in it as well, in terms of the effect, you know, the effect of the tedding. So it's been fully updated for 22. So yeah, hopefully Giants give us an official class tether. That would be very, very welcome. So we'll do a couple of passes here, tether, and then we'll bring up the wind roar. So yeah, we are basically just taking a look at the Vermeer Dlc and the Aero Grapeliner Dlc. Now obviously I could put this on a worker, but I don't think it's necessary. There we go. So we'll fold it up again. Oh, oh, oh. Where's that square baler? There it is. Let's do some, let's pick up some grass. So I picked up swaths of grass, but now I want to try and see what it looks like with loose material. Now I want to see, will this work with a worker? No, it won't. That's 180, okay. Right, so yeah, this should be here. I had to put it down. No, it will not work with a worker. This is all manual. I don't understand why this is. Normally these things work. If you have a wide swath in grass like this or hay, you should pick it up with a worker. I don't know about the pickup heads on these pieces of these Vermeer Dlc. You know, the width of the head, you know, that actually picks up the grass, it just seems very small. You know, it doesn't seem to be very wide. Yeah, the Kubota DLC got updated as well today, so there's a patch notes out there as well for that. Watch the DJ Go Ham video from today. You know, he's got all the patch notes, so check that out. Turning radius. Liters. That's 9,000 liters there. So that's the around hay bale. Yeah. It's grass. Why does it say grass? Oh no, it says no. Oh, it does say here. I'm an idiot. Yeah, it says here. Okay. Looking at the wrong bloody thing. So yeah, that's that. Let's do a grass bale next. What happens if I try and get in the middle between the grass and the hay here? What's going to happen? Is it going to pick it up as grass or what? No. Yeah, it's picking it up as grass. That's fine. Just going to put a bit of a line here in between the hay and the grass. Obviously, you can go in cab as well. Don't often do that. I mean, obviously farmers in the real world, this is their only view option, you know. But, I'm a digital farmer, so I like to do things a bit easier. So yeah, even though you know, because we initially picked up grass, you know, obviously if you know the game mechanics, you know, pick up hay, but it'll still register as grass. have to get over 1,000 liters into the chamber before it'll register as a one or the other type. So we picked up 5 bales in this session here. That should be hay now, hopefully. Or is it grass? No, it's grass. So I guess that's that. You know, we've now tested that there. With kind of loose material. Now we'll check this out, the loose material as well. So we have it set to, so it shows you the maximum, so we've done 16 bales, it shows you there in the bale counter. Centimeter bales. So grass is 3,500 capacity. So we'll change that now to 180. Some hay after this. We'll do some windrowing with the Vermeer rake. So there is a windrower with the Vermeer Dlc. We'll look at that. See how dirty it's getting here, look. And the dirt and wear pattern on this thing. So that's kind of that. Now we'll do some, we'll get the rake next. The Vermeer windrower. Check that one out. So the third piece of the Vermeer DLC is the R2800 33,000, 80 horsepower, 2 tons, 8.5 meters, and 10 mph. So you can put the license plate on the back in this thing. As one can see, or you can take it off. Oh, that's interesting. Watch this. So look, so by default it has the orange triangle, warning triangle, but if I put on the plate, it takes it off. Ooh, that is interesting. Okay. Yeah, I won't be, I don't think we're going to be doing that, my friends. So here is your Vermeer brake. Custom wheels again. Got all the tubing. Hydraulic hoses and everything, right? All the detail, all the brass work, all the tines. See, these are the little fingers of the tines, they're called. Connection hoses at the front, obviously. So that's kind of the holder here for your connection hoses, looking for them. So not a there's a lot of tubing in this, but again, it's kind of a you know, it's not the, they're not the most detailed pieces of equipment, and that's not a slight on Giants. It's the way Vermeer has designed these, the real world pieces of equipment. They're just, they're not the most complex pieces of machinery in the real, in real life. Oh, that's interesting. There's an animation change here when you connect and disconnect. So that's interesting. So this piece here comes. Oh, that's the support stand. I see. So it's an object change for the support stand. So it comes on and off. So you can obviously have your animation here for folding and unfolding. Wheels go down. So you can actually increase or decrease the width of this thing. Not a huge range difference there, but there is a difference. So I'm going to lower, turn it on. Kind of the way it's angled here, look. A unique kind of angle to this thing. See what's angled, look. See that? How they do that in the real world? It almost looks like it's I don't know, it looks unreal. I don't know how they are able to manage those kind of angles in the real world, but apparently they can. Very, very, look at the shape of this thing. It's very, very odd shape. Look, the way it's the way they have it turned. So I'm gonna do a row with the short, and then I'm gonna do a row with the kind of the long, as it were. See if I can tell the difference between the two of them. From what I've heard from other people, there isn't much of a visual difference between, whether it's 5.3 meter or whatever it is. So yeah, the width is adjustable. And it behaves as any, you know, wind rower would. There's no discernible difference between this and any other piece of equipment. The animation effect obviously is different from other wind rowers, you know, because it puts the wind rower together differently than, we'll say, you know, a standard wind rower. Right, so we'll put the width out to the full now. So it's missing a little bit there, the edges. Surely to God this thing will work with a worker. So realistically, I don't see much of a difference in terms of the width of the swath. I really don't. Very, very subtle difference. Sir Tony, how the hell are you, sir? How are things? Thank you for tuning in, my friend. I appreciate that. Hope you are doing well, sir. Let's see, can I get a line this shit up properly? That works with a worker, thank God. So I'm gonna let that guy do his magic there, and we'll move on to the final piece of the puzzle, the pièce de résistance. Oh no, we have the more. Ah, okay. You know what, screw it. I'll leave the more to last. I want to look at this. Underrated piece of equipment. You know, people are not giving this piece of equipment a fair shake and a proper kind of, you know, overview, in my opinion. But I like this piece of kit. This is your bale chopper upper, or chewer or blower, whatever they call it. It's for animals, obviously, so it holds 2 bales, 2.4 ton, 105 horses, which is fairly high for one of these pieces of equipment. And you can put a license plate on the back, which is the only option. So, yeah, you know what, this tractor's overkill. That tractor is overkill for this task. So how much is the M5? So that's 100. Ooh, I can try this out. So this is the M5 Kubota, the little baby tractor. It's actually become a bit of a fan favorite. She's a vine tractor, obviously. Would be nice if this thing had a front PTO. So yeah, the level of detail on this particular piece of equipment is, in my opinion, it's higher than the other Vermeer mods. You know? So it has a lot of so you have your kickstand, or move support, as they call it in the game. You have your connection, the hydraulic hoses. So there's a lot of detail there. You have all your decaling and your warning logos and that type of thing. You have a chute area here, which is kind of a rubberized kind of a, yeah, it's kind of a plastic / rubberized material. these pieces here are for your for these the wheel stops or wheel chokes, whatever they call it. There's a warning sign there at the back as well. This is a base game asset as far as I know. And the red warnings. A lot of hosing and everything. So the wheels are custom. All these wheels are customized. They're not base game wheels, so it must be something from Vermeer. So yeah, it's got a few tricks up its sleeve, this particular piece of kit. So you have the chains. These are animated, these chains. They actually move. You have your little chewer upper thingy here. So you have the inside of the thing. And you have this piece up here as well, which is so you can pick up the bales with. So watch the move support as well, look. Okay, look at the animation of that. And the wheel chokes will go on off as well, look. Nice. So put this on like that. So does it only have one kind of movement, just up and down, that's it? So what else we have got here? Yeah, there's no individual movement to that. We have the tip side. So this thing here, we can change the tip side. So straw blower to unload. Yeah, it's definitely no land speeder, Tony. Definitely no land speeder. So, you know, I've noticed a lot of reviewers a little bit less focus on this piece of equipment than say the other highlighted tools or whatever. So there's a way to do this, as clutch simulations rightly pointed out. You kind of have to get this bang on or else it won't work. So you need to be an expert driver basically, and I'm not an expert driver. So you have to really kind of get it bang on straight. To be able to get you, so you have to kind of get it flush, get it bang on, and try and see. No, that bale is upright. Look, that ain't gonna work. So the bale has to be flat down on the ground, so it ain't gonna work like that. This one should work here. Let's maneuver this shit in place. I wish there was a reverse camera on the back. You know, so I'm completely out of whack there. So yeah, I mean, you know, stuff like this is kind of frustrating. You know, I will admit it. You know, it takes a little bit of finesse to get this shit. Most people wouldn't bother with this. They just use it for, you know, like a bale spike. I have it, look. So, there you go, look, it's on. Now I can lift it. And she whooshes in. So she's got 5,000 litres now. And then of course you can put 2 of these on us. Line this shit up again. Whoa. So yeah, you need to be a good driver for this shit. Alternatively, you can just frickin' use this bad boy. And we use our brand new Bell Grape. Oh, wrong button, Richard. Wrong button. There we go. I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work, Richard. Oh, we've got to put that down. Tip over. I'm going to hit it from the side. Now, I could probably get 3 in there. I reckon I could, actually. So, yeah, I reckon you could... Yeah, you could. You could get 3 in there. Stop. That's working okay. Turn off the flishy flashies. So he's working away there. He's kicking ass, look. Good job, sir. Good job. Right, so, yeah. So let's blow some straw, I guess. So we need to put the back up in this thing. That'll kind of hold them in place. Right, so so we have to unload this shit. And how do we do it? We turn it on. So how do I activate this thing? That's the next question. Oh, we have to unload. There we go. So yeah, that's kind of the standard here. Look, you can see the kind of animation here. Look. So that you do that for feeding your animals. It depends on the kind of the situation. You know, if you were, putting down, a feed for animals, you'd probably do it like this. You know, but then there would be some situations where, you'd want it wider, or to blow it. You know what I mean? To get it further into the, let's say, the animal pen. And in that situation, then you put it into the blower mode. That's kind of the blower mode there. So, there are kind of situations where you would want to have a choice of how you would unload the material and that type of thing. Now, I don't have an animal pen down, obviously, but this is kind of what you would be doing. It's got a nice animation on it, nice smoke effect and everything out of it. I think it's a very nice piece of kit. Yeah. Hopefully more people will actually use this thing, I want to load one more. I want to see the chains internally moving. grab one more bale here. This is a big boy. Oh, oh. Jesus. Oh, lordy. Buckets. So what I want to look at is the chains and that type of thing. Yeah, I want to see these. So yeah, you can see it there. Look, so the chains are moving. The top part is moving. Now, what I don't like about these pieces of equipment, watch the bale. The bale should shrink in size. It really, really should. So it stays the same size until it just disappears. You know what I mean? And I think that's stupid. Why can't giants make it so the bales, you know, they get smaller? You know what I mean? It would just look better from a realism point of view if, you know, the bales actually shrunk in size. So that's that there, look. That's the rake. You can kind of see the dirt animation on this thing as well. So I wouldn't be I'm not a huge fan of that particular windrower, if I'm perfectly honest. I mean, if I look at the prices, so that's 33,000. So that's 8.5 meters. So let's see what's in that range. That's 9.5. That's 8.4. That's, I mean, look at the price difference, right? So this is 8.5 meters, 33,000. 8.4 meters, 19,500. Less horsepower as well. You know what I mean? They essentially do the same job. I think someone has hacked Tony Miff's account there. That can't be a legit message from him. There's no way that's legit. I think someone has hacked his maybe they've put a gun to his head or something. I don't know. But yeah, look, you know, 19,500 versus 33,000. They do the exact same thing. You know, um, I'm not a big fan of this. I've got to admit, I'm not a big fan of it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that, you know, from a price or cost, you know, price point of view, I don't think it's all that great. It is, at the end of the day, it's a windrower. There's lots out there. Yeah, it's a different design and it looks different, which is fine. Functionally, it does the same thing. So I tell you, I was initially excited about that particular windrower, right? When they announced the DLC. I was under the impression that that piece of equipment had a 2-in-1 function, right? So it was going to be a windrower, obviously. But I was under the impression it was going to turn grass into hay and then windrow, right? So in that way then, you would get 2 functions in one. You could convert your grass into hay and windrow it. So it would be a time saver, you know what I mean? But that hasn't happened. So I was disappointed from that point of view, you know. Maybe I had unrealistic expectations, I don't know, but if that had been the case, that it was a 2-in-1 piece of equipment, I would have been more enthusiastic, I think, about it. So the last piece of equipment here is the Vermeer, the TM1410. So this is a rear moor, rear moor. You wouldn't call it a side moor. You know, it's definitely a rear moor, but you can move it to the side, I guess. 3-ton, 110 horsepower, 6.3 meters, 13 mph, Trelleborg, Redstein, so just 2-wheel options. These are chunky boys. I like the Redstein. And you can put the license. So what I find interesting about this is, watch this. So see, this is license plate none. If I put the license plate on, so now in the other mod, it actually it covered off see the warning triangle. So it actually took off the warning triangle on the rake or the windrower, and I didn't like that. So we should have enough horses, I believe, this setup. So once again, you've got a lot of detail in this thing. That looks like a little toolbox. It does, doesn't it? It looks like a toolbox. That's on that there. So these are all your connection hoses, obviously. They have little holders for them as well, to kind of put them away. You have a gauge. So I'd love if that gauge was actually functional. See that gauge there? You have all the warning labels, obviously. If you get up close enough, you can actually probably read all of these. That's the kind of level of detail that this thing has. PTO sections. So this is a cloth. See, so this is the skirting. So this is actually a cloth material. And this should flap around when you move or cut grass and that type of thing. So you have your lights at the back. They look new, those lights. I don't think they're part of the base game. I think Giants made those for the actual mod itself. So one of the good things about all these, so when Giants create lights like this, right? See these things here? It means that they'll be assets for future, you know what I mean? So, you know, they can reuse these lights for other mods, basically, you know. So all these assets are all, when they're created, you know, they can be used for other things. So you've got all the valves here. So these would obviously turn in the real world. All the nuts and bolts, that type of thing. Hoses, PTO sections, the pistons. The blades should be underneath. I can't see them. There should be blades underneath. Well, you can kind of see them there, yeah. So these should spin. So there's blades underneath here, obviously. They should spin. I would assume so. So I want to show you the kind of the cloth effect, if I can see it. So the cloth, it's dynamic cloth. So you know it'll stretch and move and change shape. So it's offset to the side, but you can actually put it straight behind you if you want. So I want to see, can I? So you can kind of see the blades there, look. They are actually spinning. I can get that. There you go, look. So you can kind of see the blades spinning inside. PTOs are spinning. So the cloth is dynamic, you know, it moves with the wind and the movements. Now, personally, I'm not a big fan of these types of mowers. You know, I prefer just your standard, you know, your standard rear mower setup. You know, front mower and then a rear double mower at the back or whatever. But there are use cases for a piece of equipment like this, especially if you have trees. You know what I mean? No, it can be a bit dodgy getting in over here with the tree line and everything, but you know, it can be moved around, as you can see. So you can move to the left and the right. And it adjusts to the contour of the ground as well. So, you know, depending on your driving skills, you can get fairly close to the tree lines here and without, you know, getting stuck on anything. It's certainly possible to get very close to the trees if you so desired. Or for example, if you're going to so like this tree here, look, you know, and you could get really close to it. So you kind of get the idea there. Yeah, my driving isn't too bad tonight, unusually. I think so I had a severe attack of vertigo today. It's been messing, literally messing with my head all day. And so I just thought I wasn't going to stream at all, to be honest. But I said, you know what, to kind of distract my brain from the vertigo. But I'm actually feeling a little better now. So yeah, you can put it right behind you as well if you wanted to straighten up. I mean, it's still kind of offset. But yeah, you can kind of do it. So that's kind of that, as they say. So look, there isn't much to this, you know what I mean? It is essentially a rear trailed mower. It should have the usual stuff, you know, the blinkies and all the rest of it. It doesn't have any additional lights, man. So in terms of other mowers, I mean, so she's 49,500. She is 6.3 meters at 13 mph. Okay. So the closest would be this. So this is 4 meters at 20,500. So this is 8.3 meters. This is 25,000, right? So you know what? Watch this. So you can get these two pieces of equipment here, okay? So this is 25,000, right? That's 8.3 meters. You can get this one. So 25. Someone do math for me. 25,500. 25,500. 34,500, right? So you can basically, it would be cheaper, in my opinion, to get this setup here. You can get the front mower and the rear mower for 10,000 less than this, right? I don't know if this swats or not. Let me just see if it swats. I don't know if that swats, you know, wide or narrow swath. 3-point on this. It doesn't look like it. So yeah, I mean, it's essentially $10,000 less for this setup compared to the Vermeer, and it is essentially the same width, 8.4 versus 8.3. I don't think people are going to miss, you know, that little percentage. It's not going to make any difference to your, and it's not like you can swat with the Vermeer either. You know, you can't swat the grass with the Vermeer, so it makes no difference. So, you know, in my opinion, I would just save the 10 grand and get this set up. You know what I mean? Just, it does the exact same job. But, you know, everyone does things differently. Farms different. There are probably reasons why you would want that kind of Vermeer more. You know, in terms of the kind of the intended target audience, you know, it is the largest piece of equipment base game. So this is the closest kind of equivalent to it, which is 4 meters, the Cabernet. So in terms of its kind of design, it is the largest piece of equipment for its design and intended purpose. So I'll give Giants that. But just from a purely monetary standpoint, I don't think it makes much sense. So that, my friends, is the Vermeer Dlc in all its various glory or not. So, oh, we have the rake as well. What else is there? Oh, we have the wind. We need to get rid of that one. So that is that. Next up, we have what I'm more excited for is the Grapeliner. So this is the Aero Grapeliner, 7,000, 240,000. Beautiful piece of machinery. I'm very excited about this one. So this is 175. So there's 2 different configurations. You can change the engine type. So the base one is what is this? The 7175. So this is 175 horsepower, variable CVT, 340 liters of diesel, 20 of DEF, 15 mph road speed, not working speed, 2,200 liters. That's configurable. 9.6 tons, 4 mph working speed. So you can change the capacity on this. Look at that. Wow. Look at the level of detail on this thing. Holy crap. This is fantastic. So there's an advantage. I'm going to get the New Holland. There is a big advantage to this particular grape harvester versus the New Holland. There is an advantage. So you can capacity from small, big. So there is actually an object change there. So this is a shop option in the real world. A shop option. You know, you can, if you were buying this in the real world, that this would be an option basically. So that changes the hopper capacity to 3,000 liters. Wheel brands we have Michelin, Trelleborg, Continental, Mitas, Bridgestone. So just standard wheels, no wides or anything. Gonna go with Bridgestone. Engine setup, so you can change the engine setup. You have the 7175 XB. So, oh, that's interesting. So you have the 7175 XB for 25 kilometers per hour, right? And then you have one for 40 kilometers per hour, but it's an extra 13,000. So that is interesting. Then you have the next model up should be the 7200 XV, which is 204 horsepower. Yeah, there's a you know, a driving speed on the road. There must be a reason for it. It could be regulatory reasons. you know, maybe some countries in Europe, you know, these types of machines, they would only want them driving at a certain speed on the roads, whatever. And that's a 40. So that's, you know, that's pretty much it for that. So I wonder if there's a warning sign that differentiates between 25 and 40. So you can see the speed there. One says 15 and one says 24. So there's an amazing level of detail in this thing. I'm just going to drive this out of the way here. Oh, you didn't get it? Oh, you don't have the season pass. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, you don't have the season pass. So there's an amazing level of detail on this thing. Absolutely superb. Even all them different material types and colors and that type of thing. Got this big hose. So, you know, giants, all the different textures, you know, the plastics, the matte colors, the kind of the gloss colors. This unfolds as well. So how you do it? There we go, look. So the hydraulics moves it up and down. Standard beeper. So obviously this is your centerpiece. So this is kind of a rubber piece in here. You have your hoses here. It goes up. So once again, look, you can see the different kind of textures and that type of thing. This is plastic. This is glass. This is metallic. You know what I mean? It's all kind of different. See all the connection hoses there, look. You can actually see underneath. Oh, that, look. Oh, I didn't know that. Look. So there's a glass in the bottom. So I mean, I would imagine that's for the driver to see down. That's awesome. Look at that. Look. See all the points here. Look. This is translucent as well, so you can actually see inside. That's obviously translucent. The engine is inside there as well. Again, on the top of this thing. I don't know, Tony. They may make it available as a like a DLC. I don't know, but since they're trying to sell it with the beacon light, they may not make it available. At least not, you know, not right away. Maybe in, you know, in a few months or whatever. But they haven't made the you know, they haven't made the little Porsche available. I thought, I mean, we know this is in the base game. You know, they haven't made this available yet. Without, you know, having the code or anything. You know what could happen, Tony? No, actually, you know what? It's a DLC, so that's scratched that idea. It's not part of the base game. Whereas the Porsche Diesel was part of the base game, but so you can see the internals here of this thing. Exhaust, look, there's mesh inside and everything. I'm imagining this is where the grapes go, at least I think so. Yeah, there's a lot of level of detail on this thing. And that thing spins as well, that bin thing. Beautiful looking piece of equipment though. Take a look inside. So you have your radio, speakers, environmental controls, internal light. It would be nice if that light came on. So I don't know if you noticed this, but if I turn on the lights, right, you go in cab, so the lights are illuminated. Watch this, look. So they're off now, right? Now it's on. See the difference in the color? So they do actually function. So now I don't know why that centerpiece there is still on display. Is that a bug? Surely that's a bug. Shouldn't this monitor screen be completely off? You see that? Look. Why would that be still on? I don't know. Maybe it is like that. I don't know. And the LCD clock comes on as well. Look. Is there anything else that turns on? Yeah, there's emissive light coming from the key is animated. The lights on the dash are illuminated as well. Very nice sounds as well. Oh. What were you saying about good driving, Tony? So yeah, she says grapes. So hold on a second. Does this do olives? You know what? It doesn't do olives. It only says grapes. I never thought of that before. Yeah, it's only a grape harvester. So no reverse light, but it does have a reverse beeper. Can I flip this? Oh, it's hard to flip it. I don't think you can. If I unfold it, can I flip it? No, she won't flip. That's good. So the sounds internally are very nice. They're different sounds. Look, it's kind of a hum sound. It's almost like it's electric or something. So 3 stages of lights, as one would expect. So it's good lighting on this thing. I wonder why those lights there at the side. I remember they're the okay. Yeah, they're the hazard lights basically. Yeah, it's got good illumination. It's got lights on the side as well. You have your beacon light, and it's a flasher. The Aero logo on the top. Fortunately, I don't have any grapes placed down, so I can't really show that aspect of the mod here. Maybe in the next stream, you know, I mean, I suppose I could load up Mappa Italia, since I do have that installed. So this will take a little bit of time for this to load in. Yeah, we'll go into Mappa Italia and we'll do some grapes. I want to try it out anyway, see what it looks like. Uncle Henry is live on Twitch. Farmer Klein is live on YouTube. Ah, bollocks. Am I on Elm Creek? Ah, shite. Wrong map. Yeah, I loaded the wrong bloody map. God damn it. New farmer. There we go. That's what I want. Right. So yeah, I'd be interested to see how much Giants would charge for that DLC if they do make it available. If they charge like $5 for basically one grape harvester, you know, I think there's going to be a lot of pissed off people. If that shit isn't $2.99, then I wouldn't buy it. It's not worth $5. You know, it really, really isn't. So yeah, this is Mappa Italia Emilia. It's version 2.0. A few of the people on Edo's Discord have talked to him about this music, trying to establish whether this is copyrighted or not. So I think he's going to get rid of that because we don't want any we don't want any. So yeah, there's a new category. Look in balers. Look. So in the vehicle section is a new category. So where is the bloody grape harvesters? One second. Is it only under here? No, it's not. Where's the grape technology? Oh, here it is. So yeah, look, it's not under. So this is the mod for Mappa Italia. So he's put in a script, right? Edo modding for the white grapes. So only this mod will do the white grapes, right? Well, we're gonna get the. We're gonna get this. So that 40 it is. And we're going to get the base standard mod. So you can kind of see them side by side. The New Holland is larger, I would imagine, right? So the reason I wanted to show this off is one of the big things, the difference between these two pieces of equipment is, look at the position of the driver's cab, right? It's off center, it's so when you're in cab, right? So watch so the position of your cutting blades is down here in the middle, right? But your cab is over off to the side, right? So if you're driving along the row of vines, it is very easy to, because the cabin is offset, it makes it more difficult to drive and know where you're driving. Whereas this one, it's bang in the middle, look. So there's no offset. So you know exactly, and there's actually a window underneath. See the window underneath? Right, so you can just look down and you can see exactly where you are, and that's why I think this is going to be a better grape harvester. I think it's going to be a lot better. So I need to turn off traffic. We're going to use so the capacity is 3,100 liters, and this is 3,000. Not that much of a difference. And this discharges differently as well. So this has two baskets that output, from, like here and here. whereas this one only has one. So you know how it discharges is different. So we're gonna need to set that there. So he's gonna follow me basically. I need to check the speed as well. What's the speed of these things? Is that that's 15 mph. Oh, so it's slower, look. Oh, baby. So yeah, she's faster. So I need to set the speed now to match the New Holland. Yeah, and people want bigger. Well, I mean, it's realistic capacities, Tony. That's the specifications from Aero IRL. So there's a spinny fan in this. I don't know if you can see that. The fan is spinning. My guess is these blades here are going to spin as well once you start doing the grapes. So we are going to head to our kind of preset farm area, or villa, I should say. Where there's we already have grapes ready. I should probably check on the map just in case, because it's been a while since I've. So what do I own? Oh, we're going here. Hold on a second now. What's oh shite. Right, we're gonna have to cheat in some money. Okay, we need to F12 this shit. Right, so we're not gonna jerk around here. I'm going to give myself 1 minute, you idiot. No, so grapes. There we go. Realism causes vertigo and heartburn. And all sorts of other ailments. Just ask the dagger in that poor chap. See, I like this piece of kit. I think it's very, very nice. I'm more excited about this than the bloody Vermeer Dlc, I have to be honest. Do we own this land? We do! Yay! Awesome. Where's the New Holland? That idiot! He did nothing, you muppet. God damn it. He didn't do shit. Bloody hell, dude. Sometimes that follow me doesn't work. Yeah, I much prefer the design of the Aero compared to this New Holland. This thing looks weird. Oh! Oh, that's a straight sign. We'll put that there. Could you ask Giants for a code for the Aero DLC. Might be able to sort you out. That's more bad driving right there, my friends. Look at that. Look, oh dear. It's just bad driving, my friends. And I was doing so well. Right, let's get like a good line, you know. Let's get one of the big lines. So what I want to show you here, look, so you can see underneath, look. See, look. Now, it is definitely tight. Don't get me wrong, that's what she said. But, oh, there we go. There we go. So, look, I'm right on the bloody thing now, look. So, I can see underneath. So, I know exactly where I am. Look. So, and that is the big advantage of this piece of equipment. I can see exactly where I am. And it's you're not offset anymore. You're literally right down the middle. You could look underneath, right? You can see, and you can just, you know, you can't go bloody wrong. Like, you just keep it in the middle, and you're good to go. You just look down at the ground and bang. This is freaking awesome. So yeah, this really is a much better harvester, and I think Giants have done that on purpose as well. So look, it spits the shit out on the side, right? And then it's filling up the thingy there, look. So I can just go along the line here, look. So as long as you kind of keep it in the middle there, you know, you're good to go. I think this is fantastic. It spits all the crap out. It's much easier to drive this thing. There you go. I'm loving this thing. Loving it. Whereas, you know, with the other New Holland harvester, it was offset to the side, and you can't see shit in it. But yeah, it is only a grape harvester though. It's not for olives. That's kind of, I don't know, maybe they should have done that. Added a modified version that could do olives, you know. Couldn't have been that hard. Yeah, 3,000 liters. I think this is the so this should be spinning. So look, that, oh, it's actually ejecting from the side as well, look. So it's not just here. It's spitting shit out the side as well, look. That's cool, look. Yeah, this is much easier to drive. I think one of the big things for people when it comes to grape harvesting, it's not just the amount of work for the amount of money you get out of it. You know, I think it's how you harvest the grapes. There's, you know, with the collisions on these grapevines, it's very easy and very frustrating to get stuck all the time and just to be constantly adjusting things, you know. and crashing into the collisions, and you know, it's just a pain in the ass. I think this is going to make grape harvesting a lot easier and a lot less frustrating for people. I really do. I mean, shit, even a bad driver like me, you know, I'm having no problems here. So there you go, people. Definitely try and get your hands on the Aero Grapeliner. This thing is awesome. Can I manually unload? So I want to see the discharging of this thing, obviously. So we're just going to leave it there. We're going to get ourselves a fast tractor because we want to do this quickly. There's no faster than the fast boy. And we're going to get ourselves a little trailer. No. And we'll quickly zoom down. Yeah, that's the word. We'll zoom down. And we'll unload. See what the animation looks like. What's over here? Look. Yay. So yeah, Tony, I think Giants will fix you up. Yeah, code, no problem. Oh, oh! No, how do you enter this bloody thing? Okay, hold the phone. Oh look! So yeah, it's at the side. Okay. Well, how does it work? Oh! Oh, look at that! Oh, that's cool. That is cool. That's awesome. That shit is way better than this bloody thing. Way better. So this thing is a nightmare. So if I mean, look. God damn it. Bad drivers like me have a nightmare with these bloody things. So this is what you're faced with, right? Now, I can't see where the teeth are. Look. So now I'm lined up. If you go in cab, right, you can't see where the line is. So, I don't know, I just find this particular piece of equipment a lot harder to use and manage. I mean, yeah, probably with practice you get used to it, but you know, it's not the easiest. So you've got to keep your line straight because there's collisions on all these lines. So if you're in cab, you cannot see where the hell you are going. So you have to be outside the cab to keep the line straight. So I cannot see what's going on internally. think Kugi's on this map at the moment. Yeah, this thing goes along and then the blades chop it up and stuff. Shakes it a little bit. And I guess you could maybe drive like this. You know? So you could drive like that. Try and keep the line straight. But you know, one of the disadvantages, in my opinion, with the grape harvesting is, first of all, you know, they're not planted down like, you know, crops. You know, I don't like the way that that you basically just place these vines down with, you know, like placing a building. You know, I want some kind of new mechanism to be able to plant these vines, you know. The next big thing for me is the fact that workers. You can't hire workers to do this. It's all manual labor, and I'm not a big fan of that. So I don't know how they would do it unless they get rid of the collisions. I have no idea. So yeah, yes, it's possible to use the New Holland. I'm sure with a bit of repeated usage and a bit of experience, you'll probably crack the code in no time. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh. But for a grape noob like me, I find it very difficult to use it. Look at that frame rate. Holy shit. Some bad frame rates there, my friends. And obviously this thing. I think the other animation's way better. The Grapeliner. Yeah, this thing is awesome. I highly recommend it. I think it's brilliant. I think it's just an overall it's a better looking machine. The design is way better than the New Holland. It's way easier to use. You have, as I said, you're no longer, your cabin is no longer offset. You're right bang in the middle. You can't go wrong. You know what I mean? You have this little pivot. See this pivot point here in the middle? Watch. See that little pivot point there in the middle? All you have to do is follow that bloody line every time, and you'll nail the grapes going down. You know? So you have it there. Raise up. Just follow that kind of center line there. You cannot go wrong with this shit. There you go. So yeah, my friends, that is kind of it from me. I don't have anything much else to show off, I'm afraid. I think I successfully accomplished what I set out to do, which was to show off the new DLC from Giant Software, the Vermeer Dlc, which is now available from all the usual places and spaces. Giant's website, Epic Store, Steam, PlayStation Store, Stadia, Switch, Xbox, you name it, it's out there. I highly recommend the 2 new DLC. I'm a bigger fan of the Aero, but I highly recommend supporting giants financially wherever possible, within your financial means, of course. And yeah, there you go. I think we're going to end this stream there, my friends. So yeah, there you go. That is the Vermeer and Aero DLC. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that, or people maybe watching the stream later on as a repeat or whatever. Hopefully you've learned something, entertained, passed away a couple of hours, whatever. Maybe I'll put you to sleep, you never know. So my friends, I'm going to say thank you all very much for tuning in. Appreciate it. We have been live now for 2.5 hours. I think that's enough. And God willing, my friends, we shall see you on the next stream, whenever that may be. For right